G'day all. So we're the Wednesday of Christmas week and everything's very crazy at the moment. Everyone's obviously very busy and so are we, trying to get ready for our time away. We've got a few things going on. We have an update and upgrade on our awning. We've got just a 2.5 by 2 metre by 2.5 out the side, and we've bought a 180 awning, which we're on our way to pick up now, and that'll go on the car hopefully tonight. And then our pack rack for our jet ski trailer goes on hopefully tomorrow, and then the awning that was on the car will go on the end of that pack rack. So we also got to get our battery monitor is playing up in the back of the car, so it's not reading proper amp hours over the last couple of weeks, which I'm not sure why. It's telling me I've got 200 minutes of amp hours, which is only basically just over 3 hours, and I've got a 120 amp hour battery in the car. So I've bought a new battery monitor and a new shunt, and basically that's going to go in the car on tomorrow with a mate of mine, Chris, and then on Friday the car gets serviced, and then basically Christmas Eve, Saturday. So we've got a lot going on. We're taking you along for the ride. Hope you enjoy. Alright, just picked up our awning from BCF in Belmont. We have decided to go with an Eclipse 180 awning, an Eclipse awning. We've read the reviews on a lot of them and they seem to be very solid, and no, there's obviously goods and bads with a lot of them, so we've decided to give this one a crack. We will head home either this evening or tomorrow, and we'll do an install vid with this, alright, and some other things that we've got going on, which I've explained in the video beforehand. So watch this space, the work's about to start. A mate of mine that I've known for 20 years, probably even a little bit longer. I put a call out the other night, and obviously he's super busy, runs his own business called the Fitting Bay in Lansdale, and I needed someone to change my battery monitor because it wasn't reading my dual battery. So I put a message up on Facebook if anyone knew anyone, and he basically messaged me this morning and said, have you found anybody? And I hadn't. So he's like, rip up and see me, I've got a quick gap. So he's basically ripped out the shunt and the battery monitor of the old one, and he's put in a brand new one. Man, straight away as soon as he connected it, the battery, the amp hour meter came up, the battery percentage, which I'll film once we've done this. But if you need anything done, the Fitting Bay right here, all right, which I'll turn around. I'll put a link in the description at the end. Ryan from the Fitting Bay, give him a call. They've got the coolest setup in here. You get all your stereos installed, reversing cameras, CarPlay stuff, unreal. He knows his stuff. He's been involved in this since way before I met him. All right, so I'll film it all once it's all finished, and I'll show you what he's done. All right, so he's had to put the old shunt, ran off the negative here, and he's had to install a new one down here, and then the battery monitor will run off the back, which I'll show you in a sec. So you might not have met this guy. Joking. This is Luke. and we are trying to put this awning up tonight. We tried to do it at home, too dark and way too many mozzies. So, engineer.
Yep.
All right, so we're going to makeshift. So basically, let's go, we'll show them. All right, so basically we run into this problem where we have the brackets down low, and then the awning runs into the door frame, or we have it sit like yay, and then there's a gap, or we drive it up against that, basically.
Oh yeah.
All right, and then bolt. What we bought was these plate brackets, and they'll go underneath. And then I'm just going to run these kind of bolts, all right, just round flathead bolts through it, because they gave me, quickly, they gave us these U-bolts in here, and they basically sit up too high. All right, so if I put them on top, they're going to sit up and the box is going to hit them and they're going to break. So we don't know what's going to happen or even how this is going to work. All right, so
what could go wrong?
What could go wrong? Well, a lot. All right, so we got this.
Yeah.
So we'll yeah, watch this space. We'll do it now. All right, we'll put it on a quick time lapse and we'll let you see it at the end. Cheers. All right. Hour and a half later, nothing done. Hi, Bet.
They've come to consult the brains of the operation, and my answer is turkeys.
She started setting up a fishing rod. That was her answer. Oh, look.
That's not fair. That's not fair. Selby.
So Luke and I were absolute failures, weren't we, Luke?
Yeah.
We've come up with a few ideas. We're going to wait for the brains tomorrow. Wade, we're going to ask him.
Yeah.
But we have to change the brackets, either cut the brackets off, weld it to the basket on the roof. And what else do we come up with? Basically, nothing.
About it. Yeah.
That's about it, but we couldn't do it. So we went to catching up.
It is what it is, mate.
Welcome back, everybody. Awning is on, and it was really easy. No trouble at all.
So the last one,
It's actually the next day now.
it is the next day. We pondered lots of different ways to do it, and we basically,
For about an hour and a half.
yeah, an hour and a half. We tried to do it with the brackets they gave us, but the brackets were used for a platform. Now, I don't have a platform, I have a basket. So basically, we waited for, everybody has one of these friends. Everybody has a weapon that knows everything and how to do everything, and
Big shout out
through
to Wade.
Luke, big shout out to Wade, through Luke, we've been able to get Wade to give us a hand. So we pondered for an hour and a half,
Last night, yeah.
and it
yeah,
basically
hour
took Wade
scratching our
25
head.
minutes
Yeah,
to sort it out and put it
25,
up.
30 minutes, yeah.
So it's up,
Absolute legend.
it's up and on, all right, and we're going to,
Open this baby up.
yeah, we'll open it up. We'll do a time lapse now and you can watch it. But if Wade, you're watching this, you're an absolute legend. Thank you, sir. All right, so you've just seen the setup of the awning. Hey, Beck. Hey, Beck. She's just been to the gym getting the sweat on while Luke was sitting back at home
Drinking beers.
already.
Doing important stuff.
8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So we're all done. This is a quick setup of it. All right, we haven't really bolted anything down. We've just put it out. Got the uprights. Aaliyah enjoying the shade.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that's going to be a decent home for all of us to live under.
Not even a 5-minute setup.
Not even a 5-minute setup.
No.
So pretty happy with it. No complaints at all. All nice and solid. Unreal. All right, now next job. I'll be coming back with my jet ski trailer to put the basket on. See you soon. Part 2. So we've just come back from Beck and Luke's. I'm having Wade help us put the awning up. Now we're on to getting the jet ski rack attached. So basically all these 4 poles have got to go underneath front and back on each side. And it normally comes with a 1200 by 1200 rack that goes over the top, but what I've done is I've bought an 1800 by 1200 so we can get a bit more stuff on there. Not necessarily heavy stuff, but like swags and, you know, sheets and bags and stuff like that that aren't really heavy, and we'll put things like the jerry's and the water and all that sort of stuff in the actual car. So, yeah, let's get started. Finally, we are done. The rack is on. We've bolted it to the jet ski. Turn that down. We've actually put the jet ski, the jerry holder there. We're going to get another one and just chuck it on the inside down there. All right, and this rack, we decided that the rack that we had, that it came with, is actually underneath. It's on the bottom, but it was 1200 by 1200, like I said before. So this is 1800 by 1200. So it's going to be nice, and it's got that little flange at the front, so keep it a bit more aerodynamic. And yeah, while I was doing that,
I decided to do some home job installation on the car windows. That's come up pretty good so far. I didn't have enough suction caps because I couldn't find any, so I made do with what I had, and then we just need to get a few more so it's stuck on properly.
so we basically just did some insulation on the windows just for now. We'll do that back window later, and that one before we go. We still don't go for a couple of days, so we're still well ahead. All right, so hopefully it's like gonna do a heap to keep in the back, a bit cooler with the fridge. And we also just did, because there's 4 of us or 5 of us, depending on when we go away, we're always like phones, all that sort of stuff, GoPros, drone. So we put a little USB, multi-USB port in there today, and then an extra set of 12-volt cigarette plug, basically so that you know, the fridge can slide easier and not be caught under the edge of the ledge. So yeah, it's been a pretty productive day, so hopefully we can not worry too much about about Christmas days tomorrow. So we might even put the jet ski in on Boxing Day and either go jet skiing, or so we might even go out and get some crays.
Maybe.
Snorkel.
You can snorkel.
I don't know if she's going. So, cool. All right, well, I hope some of that footage was good. I hope you enjoyed watching the bits and pieces. We've got now Mattio's down there setting up one of our swags, just this new swag. So we're just going to set it up, air it out, wash it, wet it, just to try and expand some of the canvas. All right, have it ready while this rugrat does nothing but play. Okay, nice Christmas pajamas.